Alright, so today I'm going to rewire my Lund boat trailer wiring harness for my lights. So there's the tongue. Put that on last. I got a little extension that goes on. But I bought wire harness off Amazon. I'll have to see if it's a 20 footer, but I can't remember. Might have been 18. But I bought two LED brake turn signal running lights. That orange and red, I forget what you call them, marker lights are going to stay as bulbs. There's one set on each side. And then what we're going to do first is we're going to electrical tape the old wires to the new wire ends. I'll show you that. So under here, I had to take this out first. It was in here. Forgot to show that, but yeah, that just gets pushed through, and then there's teeth on either side to keep it from coming back. And then I have a harness that plugs in this side of it that goes through that tongue. And the tongue's removable, obviously. So first things first, green and brown on the passenger side, yellow and brown on the driver's side. So let me see, this is the new end, which is replacing the chewed up one that I cut with wire cutters because I couldn't get it out. I'm going to take this little cap and strap off and then push it through. But aside from that, I'm going to electrical tape these together and start drawing them down the tube. And I have to still yet figure out how I'm going to tap into the marker lights. That's the only thing I'm confused about at the moment. But I'll show you my progress as it comes along. So tie those in and start pulling. And I did already have a pretty good ground, so I cut that wire. I'm just gonna, what you call them, some type of butt connector that shrink wraps and crimps on that, because they did a pretty good job getting that secured to the frame. I don't want to have to drill another hole and sheetrock metal screw or something. So that's that. This one has a ground wire on it. I might still use it, we'll see. And the previous installer put the ground on the driver's side, because when I started cutting it with the pliers, that's the side I cut first. So that's how that's gonna go. I'll take this off. Don't need for it. And I do have one section wire taped up. Make sure you get it tight. You don't want to lose it halfway down. Otherwise you're gonna need a electrician's fish pull through. Alright, so those are all taped up, ready to be drawn down. I did run the 2 lengths of cable down the length of the frame, and it was about a foot or so extra towards the end. And then, you know, if I have to, I can, what do you call it, cannibalize this previous wiring. And next we're gonna go down and pop out those brake lights. All right, just for reference, this first marker light, I had this little screwdriver that I bent a while ago. And as you can see, there's a black wire going up to the light, and then it just grounds off. So I'm assuming this is just a running light, brown. I'll have to find out where that goes. But I fished this out, it was up plumb against this, right in this corner here, so I couldn't see it. It's like, where did that wire come from? But anyways, I found it. It is the green and the brown. So I fished that down a little bit, and I started pulling it back from the front a little bit. I'll go around and figure out where this other marker light back there is. That one's probably just right up from the end. So it's really just this one marker light on each side. I just have to figure out where the black is. We'll go back to the back next. All right, so we're back here. There's the back marker light, and the light that we're gonna replace is this guy. We got a different set. And there is a reflector there, but there's a triple light down there that they had the wire coming out the bottom. I'm gonna drill a new hole. And I'm gonna fish this running light that goes over to that one. It's broken, as you can see right now, because it's on the bottom, and then the trailer bottomed out and just shredded it off. We'll be replacing that, but it looks like here, this is the wire. This guy. Kind of a tight space. Anyways, so the brake light and the marker light both have a white ground. It's currently grounded. Right there to that bolt. And then this is green. This is brown. And the brown is the one going over to the 888, which is this guy here. Easier to see from outside, but anyways, this is what's being fed from way down there. If you can see it, I'm pulling it, see, moving. That's that guy. And then what they do is it looks like, too close, sorry. The green and the brown gets spliced. The green continues on. The brown looks like it gets split. Part of it goes to the light, part of it goes to the marker light. The green hits the red of the new light. So green goes to red, brown goes to brown or black, and then white goes to ground. That's that. And then I just have to somehow continue keeping this splice to there, to over to there somehow. So for these lights, to get them out, just peel up the sides and you can just push them through like that. Pretty simple. So now you can see what I was talking about. So the green feeder wire, at least brown and green. Oh, that's they're now fall down. This is my marker light, just plugs in. So the green feeds to the red, the brown goes to the black, and the white just goes to ground, which is just up there. And then this marker light wires is just a brown wire and a ground. Go back. Well, here's my new brake light, 6-inch submersible OVA LED stop turn trailer tail light. Black tail light, red stop turn, white ground wire diagram. So this is just LED. Ground comes with a end on it. May or may not use that. But this end pops off. I can't do it with one hand. Anyways, it's got the 3 prongs and it's snapped in right now. I'll show you on the next one. So again, you just do the same thing. Gotta fold these over. I'm gonna set it in there like that. Alright, so I think I figured out how to put this in. I think you just set it in there. It's got a ridge on it. You have to get up behind here. See if you can get that snugged in there. There it goes. On my camera, anyway, something like that. You can get these flaps out a little bit more. And just take your light and smush it in. But it's not that easy. You have to get it in there, massage it in, make sure it's all snapped in there, and you should be good to go. So here's that end popped out. Not too hard, should be able to snap it back in. It clicks on the edges. Yep, so that was pretty much it. Get the black gasket in there. Get these flaps kind of so they're pushed out as much as you can, so you can feel the groove. You know, if you get them mostly flattened, once you get that done, you can try putting this light in from this side, pushing it in, massage it in until it starts to, you can feel it start to click. It's got a little bit of wiggle room, but this is what you want it to look like when it's done. Get this flat all the way around. It's not going to come back out the other way. Then you can go ahead and click your wire back in there and start wiring. So I took my brown and green, electrical taped the fish to it, cut my 3 marker light wire, kept my ground, that ground, this marker light is still grounded. Got my black, which is going to go to my brown when it comes back. And then I've got this plugged back in with my black, which is brown, red, which is green, and a little white guy. That's just going to get spliced up, but connected right there. Shorten it up. But now we're going to go down and see what's going on down there with that black wire to that marker light. Alright, so what happens on this marker light is they just tapped into the wire without splicing it or anything. That's this little guy. So that's all I'm going to do with that one too. Looks like I need to go buy some of these. So I fished my wire from the front down the tube to here, out the hole. So this is my end for down there. So I will continue to pull that way, but not until I figure what I'm going to do here. I can probably just pull it all the way back, and then I'll use my little hook tool, grab my cable, unbraid it where I need to, and then connect it to here, which they connected to the brown, black, whatever you want to call it. It's not the green. So we'll do that. And I didn't cut it off. So the marker light's disconnected. So you can get a better look at the marker light, how they connected it. So the brown's on the right, green's on the left. This is a brown. Just kind of set it in there. Wrapped it around. And then clamped it. There's a little jaw right there. So this side will flip off. You can see that side flipped up. So it's just letting it pass through without getting cut with that metal that slides down to connect things. So just this right was 1, the middle is 2, and the left is 3. 3 would be green. Now you can just pass through, but it still gets harnessed in there with that little outside clip jaw. Here's a new one compared to the old one. That's how they work. Just do the pass through. Before I go get my parts, I'll show you what this driver's side looks like. So I've got a little license plate light that I don't need anymore, so I'm going to delete that. And then, of course, there's a ground. I do a very good job. Let's see it. And there's a ground already there. So I'm going to keep that. And then here's the marker light. Goes to the black of the brake light. So the ground from the brake light I'm gonna cut short. I'm just gonna butt connector that to the new one and keep the ground system here. Cut this black one, cut the red one. Then you just got the green and the brown, or the yellow and the brown coming in. Just cut those off here. And like this is the license plate light. Looks like the ground was already broken off anyway, so deleting all that. I need probably about 15-20 of these splicers. Not the greatest thing to use, but that's what I'm going to use. And before I do that, I'm going to cut all this stuff out and put the new light in up here. Alright, the driver's side light is in. You can see here the ridge in the back. It's flush. Just whatever you call it. License plate light. Don't matter no more. It's cut off. The ground is here. Marker light's still there, connected to ground. This is the ground for the tail light. Brown for the marker light. Got it all fish taped up, ready to see what's up with that marker light up there. And still gotta get the splicers. Same thing going on up here for this marker light. Yellow's on the outside getting passed through. Brown is getting bit by the splicer. And then just going down that way. So we'll pull this guy through to get the new one. Cut that. And then we'll just get the whole line through and we'll get some stuff to clean this up. Get it all back together. Alright, so I got the wires pulled. Get this guy ready to go in. So he's sticking it up through here. Stick it up through there. Pulling it through. You get bit by the teeth on either side. And then I'll be mating that with the butt connector and shrink wrapping it. Nice and tight. Not too tight though. Tight enough. Alright, so I got that mounted. I just had to cut some of that lip off the front side. So you still got the teeth here to bite down on it. On either side. Ground on the driver's side. Don't matter. That's where I put it. So now we'll go get some parts and connect these things with the heat gun and all that fun stuff later. That's how that looks. And then your wires just go up into the frame. Looking good. Alright, so I got the first one crimped down there. So the green's just passing through without being pinched. But these, you just, one's got a butt end and the other one passes through, and then just press down on this metal thing to make the connection and then flip the strap over. So the strap on this one just went around the outside of the green, so it's not being affected, it's just holding it in place. And then this will just get pulled back with the black wire deep in there, move towards the next back. And that's what it looks like, pulled, tightened up. So grounded, black to brown. There's that cable. Alright, so using my electrician's fish to get in that hole for that light. I ran it down this tube and fished it out through this hole. Wasn't fun. I have to go back up through this one, out this one, and connect to the brown on this one. And I cannibalized some cable from this guy. Old stuff. Well, I drilled a hole through here so I can just pipe that one through there. And, shrink wrap it with one of those butt connectors. Now I just gotta get this guy going up down there, over there, to come through here. Alright, so I connected those wires and I put the butt connector and heat shrink it. It's waterproof. Comes all the way over to here. Goes up there. Looking good. Passenger side's done. Now we'll go to the other side. So here's this marker light. I can't do this with one hand. Anyways, push this wire to the right hole, clip this over the center, just let that guy rest along the edge, and then when you flip this cover over, it'll hold that yellow one on its side. Take your pliers and smash this metal plate down into the wires, and that's what connects them. Well, there it came out. There it is. I'll show you once done. So that's what it looks like when you crimp that down in there. I'm gonna get this one up on the side, get that around the outside edge. There you go. Looks like that. Now that can be pulled up inside, tucked away. There you go, the finished product. I put a little zip tie on there so that the one down the road doesn't wave around so much. There's the marker light. Still secure, grounded. Alright, so I got this back when I finished up. Just gotta do some zip stripping. So the actual main wire, the yellow one, is shrink wrapped and butt connected. The running lights to the LED, running light to the marking light, ground to the LED and marking light. So that's kind of how that all went up. I'm just gonna zip strip it up like that. We'll call it a day. Yeah, one more thing to do, the connection to the car. Gotta do the 4 butt connectors and maybe some cover wrap. There they are, zip stripped. Now I just gotta wire up these with the butt connectors. Each color to color. Green to green, white to white, red to red, black to black. That's the connection to the car. That plug goes right there into that guy. And here's the after. Got the running lights working. Got the lower lights working. Can't see those. There's a third one in there somewhere. Here it is. A little wire coming outside. Longer scraping that against the ground. So if y'all subscribe and give me a thumbs up on this, that'd be great. Everything turned out perfect.